What's up, guys, and welcome back to the next episode of our Don't Starve LP. Where we had left off, winter was about to arrive, and it's been about 6 days since our last episode. I did take a little break to get things set up because I just wasn't confident that I'd be able to get things done while commentating on it. I have this tendency personally, and it's just me, that when I'm commentating, I tend to work a lot slower and a lot less methodically than I would otherwise, so we had to buckle down and get some things done. But what you'll see is that winter is actually in full swing right now. We're actually right in the middle of it. It usually lasts about 15 days, so if this is your first encounter with winter, or you seeing me encountering winter is the first time you've seen it, just bear that in mind, is you only have to make it 15 days. We've made it about 6 days. It landed right on the 20-day mark, and this is a heat stone. The heat stone is a special little device that's going to help us go out and get our food each day. The heat stone is held against your character's body, and it actually allows him to stay warm when he's out and about. And so I do have some earmuffs as well. I'm going to throw those on my character. He doesn't have ears, so what need for a muff? But, well, there's a number of courses of dialogue down that line. But in any case, we have earmuffs, we have ourselves a heat stone, and as you can tell, it changed colors already. That means it's pretty much not going to be working very shortly, and I feel as though they've actually made winter a lot more difficult. One of the things that I've noticed about this playthrough, just me personally, is that winter is pretty aggressive now. Without a heat stone, I've found myself losing loads of health out in the cold really quickly. So I don't really know if I'm going to film all of winter, and my conflict there, my decision there is because really I can't get anything done in winter, so I was going to show you, just kind of check in on how I'm doing everything circularly in winter to survive. I filled backpacks with bunnies, that's right, backpacks full of bunnies, and so they're laying over here. Let me see, where did I put it? Backpack full of bunnies? Hopefully I didn't leave it too close to the campfire. But in any case, let's see, oh, my heat stone's out. Okay, let's start the fire back up. And how you warm a heat stone, you can craft a heat stone through your survival menu. If I remember correctly, you'll have to be standing over here. But it's right here. It's this little egg-looking thing, and it just takes some stone, a pickaxe, and some flint. And if you want to heat it up, you can either drop it on the ground next to the fire, and it'll do this little animation, or you could just keep it on your person while you sit next to a fire. Either way will work. Now, because I didn't get, and this is what I was worried about, because I didn't get the things I needed before winter came along, I'm very much bound to my campfire. There's not a whole lot that I can do in order to keep myself mobile. And so that's a bit of a letdown, and it doesn't make for very good video game commentary, believe you me. So I may actually just kind of move slowly through the winter and find the things that I need all by my lonesome, because this is really how the next 9 days are going to go for me. I'm just going to wake up, go grab bunnies, come back, kill the bunnies, then put them up on my drying racks. And as you can tell, I've got more than enough food. The problem is not so much that I'm starving or anything of that nature, it's that there really is no way for me to get away from my campfire without actually ending up dead. And so I really would loathe to die on camera this early on, and you can see here that the dusk is very long at this point. It's definitely becoming a longer period of time, but I am going to strike out right now, and not in the sense that you might think. I'm going to bring Chester with me. Chester, where did I put my, there it is. There's my bulletproof vest of logs. Well, I don't even know if that would be bulletproof, but we're going to throw that in Chester right there, and then we're going to move off this way. And if it gets dire enough, I'm just going to make a campfire. I should probably, spider glands, I should probably make something out of those. Let's get our food taken care of for the day. Eat a little bit of that, eat some carrots there. There we go. And our health is slowly recovering, believe it or not. We are still in sort of the dire situation that we were before when it comes to our health. This is actually, I am still recovering from that earlier juncture wherein we found ourselves. Are these hostile right now? I can't tell. Let me rotate. Okay, good. They're not in heat right now, so we're good there. We do have the opportunity to look around for a koalephant, which at this point I think is our only way that we're actually going to make it through this winter in a satisfactory manner. If I actually want to film the rest of winter instead of just kind of skipping through it like I was planning on doing, we're definitely gonna need to find a koalephant trunk. So I think the winter koalephant that you find is a bit tougher than the actual spring koalephant. There's no validation on that. I haven't looked it up on a wiki. I'm not really sure, but I would assume so. It seems like almost everything in the game is like, hey, back off, bird, that's mine. And you get much more desperate about food. Oh, that's been laying there for a while. That's why. I was going to say, I don't think the birds actually leave seeds around in the winter. They may or may not. Our heat stone is running out here. I was looking for koalephant tracks, though, so hopefully if we can track those down. I'm pretty low on grass anyways. I know that I said I was going to cut down on gathering on screen, but this is one of those times where this is part of winter. If you're going into a winter-based game, this is definitely an aspect of the gameplay that you're going to have to get comfortable with, because winter is very much a scrounging time, and that's something that I never really thought about. But from a survival standpoint, things are so scarce in winter that it's nasty. Before the addition, I guess would be the better word to use there. Before the addition of the drying racks, I tried to play through winter, and it was pretty brutal, guys. I'm not going to lie. It was on my last LP. You can check it out. I think it was around the episode 20 or 21, or maybe it was the one preceding that, but it was definitely, we're officially out. So let's light a fire up here, and we will just kick it right here next to the beefaloes for now, I think, because what I believe I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shave them through the night here. Once they go to sleep, and let me, forgive me there, I actually had to clear my throat, which is unfortunate. I try to avoid doing things like that while I'm recording because it's kind of gross. Like, nobody wants to hear you do that, but I'll probably edit it out anyways. But in any case, my illness is still bearing with me, as you can tell. These guys should go to sleep the moment that nightfall comes around. We're close enough to a fire, and we're close enough to the beefalo herds that we should be able to get away with shaving them. Although I haven't prototyped a razor. Ugh, I hate the new research system. I really do. Sigh. So we have a couple options right now. Well, no, we're not. We're actually bound to this location. Sometimes I still operate, because I beta tested this game for so long back. I bought into this beta probably back when Sips and all those guys were doing it, before they redid the graphical system, before everything was changed around. And it's a full moon, so we need to be careful about going near pigmen as well. I know that on the map here, let's take a look. I found a nice little, and yeah, this map goes on forever. I've been doing quite a bit of running around off camera, and I haven't actually explored this forest just yet. I want to get in there and kind of dig around and see what I can find, but there seems to be a large amount of pigmen houses out here, so I'll probably knock those down and maybe move them back over into this area where all of my traps are, or maybe out into the Badlands over here. I haven't really decided. But relocating pigmen may be necessary too. And beefaloes, I want to shave you so badly. Like, I just want to shave you down so badly, and I can't do it. I could try and shave them with my spear, but I feel like that would end up more with a stabbing type motion, just a stabbity-stab motion, and stabbing is not so good for shaving. I've never tried to shave whilst stabbing myself with the razor, but one can only assume that it wouldn't turn out well. Now, I've noticed you can cook the... Oh, you can't. Never mind. Well, never mind then. I thought I saw this earlier say that you could cook it. And so we are just chilling here for the night. That is unfortunate. This rot, not so much useful. I was kind of thinking about taking some rot back with me, but I'm really at a loss for what I would use it for. What I would actually consider doing right now, though, is maybe generating some ash for myself or some charcoal. Let's see here. Will this work? I don't know if this is actually going to work in my favor. We're going to try, though. And is that ash? Oh, good. Because to make the healing wraps that we want, the healing items, we need ash. And so I am going to need to start some fires here. Get a little prairie fire going so that we can have some ashes. There we are. And so let me build this up one more time, see if we can get that fire to jump, and there it goes. Very nice, and I love the lighting effects they've put in. Just everything seems so much brighter nowadays than it used to be. This is a game that's really gone in amazing directions, and I am really kind of curious to see what they're going to do with it in the future. I think I'm going to actually continue to burn these, to be honest. I really do feel like that's probably the best course of action right now. It's so that I'm not just wasting time, just making fires. There we go. And so now we're back on the horse, and we've got our heat stone ready to roll, and we're setting ourselves on fire. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. You know that you're a little too enthusiastic about the whole burn-a-nation thing when you decide to set yourself on fire as well. You've got to reserve that for your enemies. That's like hey, a koalenemesis pile. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. So this one goes down. Let me go ahead and throw that in my inventory. Oh, we don't want the heat stone. Do not put your heat stone in your backpack, by the way. It will not work properly if you put it there. That's just a little pointer that I learned the hard way. And he's been in our camp. He's been snooping. He's been doing some koala espionage. There we go. And did you guys know koalas are actually like kind of aggressive? I never knew that. Koalas actually like bite and do things of that nature. Not generally disagreeable, but they're definitely not as happy as one might assume from all of the promotional. Koalas have really good PR, I'm not going to lie. I mean, their PR department is pretty well put together, but honestly, they can't fool me. You cannot fool Splattercat, Koalenemesis, and koalas, and other koala-related hybrids. Hopefully we can kill him before this gets too rowdy. Now, it said it was there. It is. So we got a little bit of a hunt going on, and he made a turn over here, so let's see if we can find him in this direction. I'm inclined to think we may be in a little bit of trouble. I may make a fire next to him so that we can fight next to the fire, tribal style, just dueling next to the bonfire, and he went off this direction. I have a bad habit of uncovering these piles and then commentating and then not paying attention to which direction they go. And so that's how I get myself into trouble a lot of the... Oh, temptations. 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 Tations of the Thames. Yikes. Oh, God. Alright, spiders. Bring it over this way. Bring it over this way, spiders. No! Run! Run, Chester! Chester, flee! Oh, good. Whew. Alright, we're gonna have to go back for that pile, but unfortunately, we found ourselves in a less than satisfactory situation, and we could also be freezing quite soon. And so I think the best way, I'm just gonna sprint for it, and they're not gonna let me have it. God, I hate spiders so much. And it's little developments like this that just add to the frustration. And so let's see. Okay, we got it uncovered. Let's get out of here. Run, Chester! Flee for your life! Flee for your furry little horned life! And so, ooh, we've got something in our traps over there. We still have... Okay, so that one's going this way. Let me make a... Well, I mean, I hope that our earmuffs are actually keeping us from freezing right now. They seem to be doing the trick, actually. I've never used the earmuffs before. They use 2 bunnies. You can actually... The recipe implies that you put bunnies on a stick and then then you, like, put it on your head. But in any case... Oh, no, we're freezing. There's the first of the damage. So let's go ahead and put down a temporary campfire. And we're still being attacked? Are you serious? Get out of here. Get out of here! Nobody wants to see you. And so... That was the last footprint. Oh, never mind. There it is. And so he's off this way. Let's go ahead and drop that on the ground. And we're going to keep an eye open for the rest of this. We did take a little bit of damage there, both from the frost and from the unfortunate spider attacks, but that was more necessary. Like, we had to do that. So let's see if we can get this heated up. Looks like it's heating up pretty rapidly. I don't think it's at its maximum heat capacity right now, though. So let's beef this fire up. We have no use for this actual manure right now, so there we go. Let's get this thing cooking. And so we have some beef jerky. That's going to sustain us. The beef jerky actually has a pretty sizable eat animation, what you'll notice. Hopefully, let's see. Yeah, okay, good. We're doing all right there. And so, oh, the Qualifit footprint vanished. Damn. Okay, so we found ourselves out in the middle of the wilderness for absolutely no reason whatsoever, which is a little frustrating. It's definitely a frustration for me. I was really hoping we would get ourselves some Qualifit instruments or some Qualifit implements that would be kind of helpful towards our overall survival, but unfortunately it doesn't look to be. Fortune is not favoring us so much right now. Fortune is definitely favoring our foes, so we will unfortunately have to return back to camp dejected. And I apologize that this episode probably isn't the best in terms of entertainment value, but before I kind of bypass... Okay, we got hounds coming. We gotta get back to camp. Instead of sitting here gathering, we gotta make a run for it. So let's sprint for camp, and hopefully we can get a fire started, because I don't relish the fact of actually starting a fire up. We are gonna have to deal... Yeah, I know something's coming. I'm absolutely aware. Oh, we're south of our camp. Damn. Okay. Lost my bearings. So let's get the hell out of here. I don't relish the thought of throwing logs on a fire while fighting with hounds. That could lead to some general disarray, some utter frustration. But here we are. We made it back. So we're going to add fuel to the fire using the mole. And we'll use some twigs for now because we are getting low on logs. We have plenty of twigs. Our twig farm has actually been one of the most self-sufficient things we have on our person. We're going to drop that there so it can start gathering heat. We're going to keep our earmuffs going, which we can make another pair, as I recall. But they don't really help that much. So I think they bought us a little bit of time. I'm going to be really honest. I think they bought us a little bit of time. But really... Oh, I rotated the camera. That's why I'm disoriented. I was like, something is wrong here. Why are my drying racks on the right? That's not correct. That's not right. If I wanted to make a pun out of things being on the right, because that's the joke. But anyways... Let's equip our actual real weapon, because frost hounds are going to be here. Now, there is a plus side to fighting these frost hounds. Fighting the frost hounds may give us a frost gem, which we can then use to make a magical staff of freezing. And that's a pretty sweet, so that's something that I would look forward to. Let's go ahead and do some bunny butchering real fast while we're sitting here. I know Krampus has probably got to be heading for us fairly soon. Oh, we should probably put... There we go. We'll put this on, too, just to make sure we don't suffer too much damage. It looks like it's going to be a night fight, a evening conflict. So we'll get that meat drying because it does take some time. I think we'll be perfectly all right, though, over the duration of everything. We've got more than enough jerky to hold out, I think, and I really do believe that we're bringing in enough resources to survive. And there he is. There he is. All right. Did he just try and eat my heat stone? I had a dog that used to chew on rocks, and that really does remind me of that situation. I don't know why the dog would chew on rocks. Oh, they might be biting Chester. Hold on here. I can't allow that. I am the guardian of the Chester. The Chester shall remain safe with me. All your Chesters are belong to us. Alright, so we got that handled. And other things that really... We got to handle a question of the day. So, I'm going to go with what is your favorite animal, or aminal, as my niece would say. But anyways, what is your favorite animal? Like, if you had the option of just like one badass pet, like you just got to pick, which one would you pick? And that's going to be the question of the evening for me. Now, at first glance, like I never knew that the California mountain lion was like the third largest cat on the planet. I didn't know that. It's like one of the heaviest, biggest like tiger-like animals on the globe. And I never knew that. I just grew up around them. I had a friend that actually, next to her jacuzzi, she came outside one day and there was a mountain lion eating or drinking out of her jacuzzi. But I'm torn. Like a mountain lion would be pretty awesome, but I think I have to default to sloths. Like, because for some reason, I just like sloths. They're amazing. There's something about their lifestyle that I can just get behind. I can really support the fact that they don't hurry towards anything. They're just kind of lazy. What happens, happens. I Ching, all that kind of stuff. And I think that's pretty sweet. So that's my animal decision for the day. Hopefully, I'll hear yours down in the comments. And let's see if we can do something productive on this third day. It sucks that our koalefant hunt did not go so well. So unfortunately, we're going to have to live with the results of that. We do have 8 pairs of ashes here. And I think we may actually consider... I don't know if it's in this menu or if it's in the fight menu, maybe. Let's take a look here. I don't remember where the bandages are. The bandages are in here somewhere. Definitely not going to be in structures. Perhaps in science, although that seems like a stretch too. Now, no. Nothing there. And nothing there. I just went through that, so I should know that already. Perhaps in the food category, maybe. Nope, nothing in the food category either, so we are going to have to pan through all of this. And this, oh, honey, there it is. Okay, I must have gone right past it. A fur roll. Let's see here, an umbrella. Where is the other thingy? Ah, well, not going to worry about it. We've got enough health at the moment. But we do need to get healing items. That's the other thing that I was really... Yeah, they're going to tempt me out with this again. And I just walked off without my heat stone. Let's see if we can get the koalefant hunt done today. Since yesterday we didn't put our wholeheartedness into it. We didn't get the full breadth of the day taken care of. And it says its temperature is at maximum. You can actually inspect the stone at any given time to find out whether or not it's got favorable conditions for travel. We'll grab some of these traps while we're out here if we run into them, because if they're shaken, we may as well bake them. So let's grab that bunny out of there, and we'll throw that back in there. At a time long ago, I had a Chester full of bunnies, which was something that I wasn't accustomed to, but it worked out. Luckily, his digestive juices seem to be somewhat deficient in that regard, so that works out in his favor. And we got another one right there, so let's get this pile, go over here and grab this guy, because we really don't want to waste the opportunity to grab a bit more food. It looks like this one's got a slight upwards northeast kind of angle to it, so we'll go in this direction, and it's hiding underneath this tree right here. Looks like we can cut straight east. Our stone is still kind of mediocre, so unfortunately it's gonna... I'll eat those seeds as we go by just to say I did. But we may have to stop and actually restock the heat stone once again on these excursions. Hopefully we don't run into Angus McWalrus. That would really be the worst possible thing that could happen right now. But I don't think his camp is anywhere around here. We're going to have to go up or down right here. So it's down it is. So down we go to see if we can find our koalefant-y friend. And he doubled back. Cheeky girl. Or clever girl, that's what clever girl. She doubled back, assuming it's a she. And I'm really hoping we can get this done before our final heat stone remnant of warmth dies on us. We almost had to walk into that spider pit, but that's okay. And let's see here. Oh, there it is. And so it radiates with meat warmth. So let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fire right here. There we go. And so we're just going to beef up this fire, and hopefully this goes in our favor. Now, I have no clue how this is going to work out. I really just don't know. I don't know if I have to corner this thing or if I need ranged weapons. I'm going to see if I can corner him, though. looks like we've got him slightly cornered, and he is going to swing back, unfortunately, but if we can kill him, this is going to be a major upgrade for us, so I'm willing to bear the brunt of the attack. So we've got the Winter Koalephant Trunk, we did it, and we've got a huge grip of meat that we're just going to... God, let me build a campfire once again. And so we've got a massive just fistful of meat. Let's take that Koalephant Trunk, well... First and foremost, let's condense all these rabbits into one nice little stack. This meat actually is probably going to get us through the winter, so this is a really good find for us. I'm going to turn these into big jerkies. It will return soon. What the hell does that mean? Yeah, oh, the grass. I clicked the grass on accident. I thought he said that on his own, so I was starting to get a little bit worried. That was definitely not what I needed to hear right now. It will return. What will return soon? What will return soon? There will be no returning here. You will cease and desist from returning. Anyways, let's see if we can make it back to our camp, and this is going to be maybe the final episode that you'll see Winter. I'm not really sure. If anything, I did want to show off, you know, there's a creature that comes out in winter that is a little bit tough, a little bit difficult to deal with that I did want to show off, so it's a little bit of a conflict there on my part. I'm conflicted a lot. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I am always very conflicted about what you guys want to see. And so we'll make a big jerky out of this one. Once these all get done, we'll make even more big jerkies. And I think that's going to wrap us up for the day. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle. I always enjoy spending time with all of you and hearing your comments about the episodes. I'm glad that we got to play Don't Starve today, and I hope you'll join me next time for similar gameplay if it's still in winter, although I'm really stoked that we got that Koalephant Trunk, so I'm going to try and turn that into a warmth-emitting device. And so our gameplay actually may be increased. I think the Koalephant Trunk gives us like 2 or 3 more minutes out in the cold, which is most of the day at this point, so in any case, we made good gains today that I wasn't expecting to make. I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody.